Welcome back, YouTube. This is Greg. You're watching Sub Experiment. This is episode 4, part 2 of the Kenwood Excelon installation. So I moved inside because it's cold here. So I just wanted to show you real quick that I had to take out this center console, because in order to do this right, we need to connect to the parking brake wire for safety. So for those of you who have a Scion and want to try this at home, let me just give you a quick little so this piece right here just snaps right off. So what I found is the easiest way is to put your finger in these holes here and just pop it right out. Alright, so set this down. So as you can see, if I can get a good angle here. So that black wire right there, that's plugged in to the parking brake, that's your parking brake sensor. Essentially it's just a ground, but what I found in doing other radios is some radios look for a toggle, so it's better just to do it right, in my opinion. So we'll run a wire down here to this guy and splice them in. So we also have to take a couple of pieces off the interior trim here. So let's just kind of go through some of that. Right, you're going to have to go through. You're going to have to go, you know, under the carpet to get a wire back here. So, you know, this needs to come off. You just got to give it a little pull. Right, and there's obviously this little connector here. Right, you got to pull off for your emergency lights. Then there's these screws here to pull off these side pieces, and then we should be able to get back to this carpeted area. So just unscrew some of this stuff and see where we end up. So here's the center piece after it's removed. See that? And this is what it looks like here. So if I can get it light, you can see. There we go. So luckily, most receivers or most radios will come with a wire because they anticipate your need to run it to the emergency brake wire, although most of the stuff you read about online tells you to ground it or to bypass it or some other unsafe practice. But if you use if you run this wire down into the dash and you use a solid core wire, some other wire to fish it through, you should be able to see the light green wire there. Should be able to fish it through and actually pop out right there. So I'll get that connected to the e-brake wire, get it soldered and heat shrinked properly, and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so that portion of the project is done. You can see the little green wire soldered, heat shrinked to the little plug, and it goes out, up, pops out right here. So next we got to tackle these steering wheel controls. Hello YouTube. So I got the wiring all done here in the Scion. I just want to kind of go over it with you real quick in case you're doing this project at home or are just interested to see what I've done here. So as you can see, it looks like a spaghetti right now, but I'll bundle it all up and make it look pretty. Here's the steering wheel control adapter. I did test it. Everything works great. As you can tell, this thing has a lot of options, probably for a lot of different cars, but I only used, I think, 4 wires from the thing. So as you can see, it's got power and ground. So those just go to my standard accessory power and ground there. And then on the Scion, the blue wire coming out of this harness attaches to the black-green, I don't know if you can see that, of the steering wheel control module. The red wire here connects to the green-brown. See that? Green-brown. And the black here is just a ground, right? So this here is an extension wire. It goes back over here to my chassis ground. That's just in the regular harness here. So if this focuses in here, there we go. See that? So not too complicated. Next up, I'm going to run a USB cable for USB drives or for CarPlay, Apple CarPlay. And once that's in, I'll show you that. All right, we got the USB and aux cable installed here. As you can see, pretty cool. Not bad for Amazon. Nice little factory cover, screwed in pretty tight. Nice little nut on the end there. Thanks for watching episode 4, part 2 of the Kenwood Excelon installation. Stay tuned for episode 5, where we conclude the install. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to leave comments about what you think I should buy. I am currently shopping for amps and the first set of subwoofers that I will buy. We have a little bit of work to do before we get to the end, so we'll have a few more weeks of working on the Scion videos before we can get to any actual sub testing. But the sooner we get it done, the sooner I get everything we need, the sooner we can get to the actual purpose of the channel. So stay tuned for that. Look out for episode 5 of the install, and we'll be working on tweeter pods and some other things like that very soon. All right, thanks a lot.